Well, I want to say thanks to the field trip leaders from June 2009. The field trip was organized and led by Steve Earle and Dave Laser. And Steve Earle is a past HGS president. He lives in Colorado now. And Dave Laser was active in field trips and really started this years ago, up to 20 years ago, I think. And he's retired. So camping life, that's what we're going to do, a short orientation here on camping life. You only spend part of your time in the raft, so at night you find these sandy embankments and pull your gear off the raft. These are waterproof containers with some sort of chairs and backpacks and mats, and then everybody has their own life jacket which you keep with you and your own water bottle here. And there are a few chairs to sit in, not too many. Generally people sit on the rocks to like relax and eat the dinner. So let's take a look at how you make it through this week going into the Grand Canyon. So first of all your gear is going to be stored on top of the raft in a waterproof bag. So this is sort of a backpack, and this is going to be all your clothes, your shoes, and they recommend some sort of water shoes, not open-toed, has to be closed-toed, but that can dry, so not sneakers because they get wet, and they need shoes that are kind of like hiking shoes that can be dried in the sun. You'll need a rain jacket in addition to the life preserver they get you, because the water is very cold when it hits you and a bit uncomfortable. But people take off the rain jacket when we're not going through. When you need to go to sleep at night, the stopping point will be a sandy embankment on the side of the river, and included on the raft are these tarps, and you can bring your own mat. And people can bring sleeping bags. This is something you would bring with you, but it's pretty comfortable. There's no mosquitoes. The night temperature does not get very cold in the summer. It's quiet, and if you need to make a pit stop in the middle of the night, you bring a plastic bucket which you can dump in the river, liquids only, when you're done. I thought I would have difficulty going to sleep at night, but I had no problem. You're tired from the day, it's quiet, and you don't have to worry about batting away any mosquitoes. You need to take plastic raincoats and life jackets, and the river temperature is about 50 degrees, and the air temperature is 90 or more, so it's hot and cold. That's it. You're hot and cold, and you're wet and dry. Repeat for 7 days. Grand Canyon geology, and this would be a very light overview, but what you see on the walls of the canyon that are red are Mississippian and Pennsylvanian age sandstones and limestones. This Redwall Limestone is with us in the canyon walls for most of the trip. As you get into the later stages of the trip, you get into the older rocks, and there's a very old unconformity here between the Cambrian, that's the Tapete sandstone, and billion-year-old sandstones that are the Precambrian, and older than that is the Vishnu schist. So a very important stop for geologists is the great unconformity. You see me here with my hand on, this is schist, which is standing straight up, and then this is Cambrian rocks of the Tapete sandstone. Everybody looks forward to this. You can only see this close when you're in the canyon. So this is not a stop that you can see outside of the Grand Canyon. So that's one of the reasons why people like to take these raft trips. Here's another strat column, again with these red rocks that everyone associates with the raft trip. They're the Redwall Limestone here, and then this is another photo of the billion-year time distance between the Vishnu schist and the Tapete sandstone in here. You see this toward the end of the trip. Wow, well, we're ready to roll now. I'm getting ready to roll some video, so hang on.
Doesn't matter what season it is, he's going out and hunting.
part of your group? Jim Firstler? No. No? No. Where are you guys all from? Ah, boy, get yourself a Brewster. What's your name?
Calvin.
Calvin.
Yeah.
You live in Houston too, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Great, how many we got to hand down? How old are you, Calvin?
I'm 22.
An expedition other than John Wesley Powell to come down through here. It's called the Robert Brewster Stanton Frank Mason Brown Expedition. And they were surveying to put a railroad through the Grand Canyon to haul coal from Colorado to California. Back in those days, that was kind of common. They'd always put railroads in these drainages and stuff, follow the rivers. But anyway, they were surveying down here. They got down to this little riffle. They had these cheesy little boats. Capsized the boat. Frank Mason Brown, the guy in charge of the trip, drowned. And down here, there's a little epitaph for him in the esplanade here. We're going to pull in real quick. I'll point it out to you. I think it says something like Frank Mason Brown died here on July 10th, 1889. A guy named Peter Hansborough did that inscription, and he died 3 days later. He drowned in a rapid. I'll tell you a little bit more about that expedition as we go through.
Did they find his body?
I'm not sure what happened to his body. Yeah, it's kind of
where it is, Stratigraphy.
expedition. 1924, first USGS expedition. Bird's Eye expedition came down here. A lot of bird's eye. And they named this particular rapid out here House Rock because they thought Ryder Canyon would take out the House Rock Valley. It's off by a few miles. But, anyway, that's how this canyon got its name. And I don't know. Smells so good. I love this.
2019-18. Oh my wow!
Woo! 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 So Charles, what was it like?
Chilly.
Like the dog? Chili dog? So what's the water temperature?
It's like 45 or 50 or something. Well, we didn't have a bath yesterday, so this is kind of the bath.
Alright, we're in the Redwall Limestone. These are critters that lived in the sea, marine environment, so we're down near the base of it. As we go down...
You're laughing.
Yeah, we may not eat much today, but we're going to stop there. Oh, this is Redwall Cabin's right around the bend. This is Macy's Paradise coming up just right around the corner. The ranger's going to meet you here.
About 30.
I think they were relatively shallow.
5?
Shallow.
Yeah. Quick question for you. Sandstone in red at the base, and volcanic mist. You know they're going to be doing it. Oh yeah, all afternoon. Calvin, going in style, man. This you have to have video for, dude. Here comes the conga line. basalt intruding in the middle. The peat sandstone is the white ledge at the top. As we work our way up the river, there appears to be a lot of bed contortions, steep angles. Must be a big fault here because very quickly on the other side we start getting a section that's
Feeling so
It's round, and that's so all that
Just go around that damage without
We're at the 75-mile campsite at the end of day 3. We've come up a little side canyon in the Shinnemoo, and there's 2 notable things here. One being the soft sediment deformation. You can see the beds, contorted beds, which are in between some impermeable beds that were forced the fluids to flow. And then the second thing is it appears that there's a nice slick-sided fault here.
Does anybody know which way is up on that? Which is old, which is young?
No, it's the same thing, same family.
I haven't. I think the water was morning of day 5. A little bit too damp. Now, about mile 100. Just I kind of just go rapids, and now we're monitoring the unconformity.
supposed to be elder now.
This is it. This is the great unconformity. We have the Vishnu schist below us, and this is the Redwall zone. This is the Cambrian above. Here it's the peat sandstone. It's about 570 million years. Below, the Vishnu is about 1.7 billion years. So there's about a billion or more years missing right at this surface. This is a major gap in the time record. And as we walk along, we can see there's some topography on the base of the Cambrian, on the top of the Precambrian. You know, when you tell people there's a channel in here. It's kind of on Here's the contact, and you can see some of the vertical beds. The Precambrian, by its nature, is at very high angle because of its contortion, and it's cooking at 6 miles, working it out. So it's in a very vertical, near vertical state, whereas if Precambrian is nearly horizontal. So here is the Precambrian at the high angle, nearly vertical, and a lot of conglomerate lag at the contact, going in your missing time, and then the piece that's nearly horizontal above it, which is a medium coarse grained sand. And in this particular case, there's no topography on the top of the Precambrian, that there is a bit of an erosional channel that pitches out.
This channel,
Here,
little 3 foot of white sand,
follow
capped by the
erosion
everything else goes right across it. There's a little low spot.
right up to here, and then this lowermost channel is gone, and then other
Deposited the sand.
heavily sand bodies,
Channel over
probably looks like
much more extensive beds.
fluvial channels with coarse conglomerate at the base
Once you go do that, I'll take a shot. Or your
are
hand.
building their way up into the peaks.
Brachiopods, crinoids, corals, all indicative of marine environment. We also at Redwall Caverns all these anticline-looking features, these mounds, and those are supposed to be algal mounds.
Still the Vishnu ship. The cousin came into the Vishnu ship. Just got there yesterday. It's just rock over here. It's full throttle on everybody, man. Right below. You can look up, and I started waving at him. I looked up, and he's like sitting there. I was just sitting there waving. It's like, all right, whatever. That's the way everybody uses their phone.
Today. I was up front. I know how good you guys did.
Oh, there's a lady.
You really did a good job.
Just give him a life. All of a sudden, I feel like more weight going in.
day 6. And we're in a little side canyon from Ferry Wall, which goes into it for a bit. Sort of highlight some of the bioturbated clay, flaky.
How we doing?
Here we are. After lunch, about 3 o'clock at Havasu Falls on day 6. I don't know how well the video is picking up the color, but the turquoise is pretty amazing. We are here in Havasu Falls, and we're just enjoying the pool of cool water.
Mountain sand up there. It's nice.
River Ray. Great view of the informative.
And so I took the mega shower 5 gallon, 3.5 gallon, or 2 gallon. I got the 3.5. It was $20, you know.
No, you don't want to touch that thing. Yeah, don't touch the rudder. You got your gloves on, right? All right.
This is your home.
Right. Unless you're gonna let you.
All right.
See, here's my. This is what I live out of. There's my dog, my girl.
You got company?
Huh?
You got company right there.
That's right. It's debatable. Hanging out.
You got important phone numbers.
Wait till you see the standing waves of lava, Dave. You know, man, you should be taking a boat through there.
Oh no, you've got to be kidding.
The little feet. got it, Chucky.
It's the first one to stand up on a pontoon.
It's
gonna stand up.
Captain Sternbach.
All right. I'm only big saying. I do know. Strap yourself on like in Forrest Gump. Captain Dan up top. Captain Dan. Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan.
Hey, Charles Sternbach driving through the rapids.
Charles, you driving this baby?
Charles, tell people in the front, they'll panic.
There we go. Let's go. Yeah! Attaboy, Charles! Charles!
Hey! Woo!
Better have a cold beer.
I think I need one. I got a lot of appreciation, man.
Still want to run, Mama?
All right, dude.
You do it, man. Hey, we can put some in there, some big thing in there.
Garth, how you